Who would win of the week time?
Yep, we better get into it.
This week's who would win of the week
It's a magical battle.
is Harry Potter
Mm-hmm.
versus the Fairly Odd Parents, Cosmo and Wanda.
Correct.
Little 2v1 action here.
So way back when we did who would win, that was the Cromwells versus the Sanderson sisters.
Yeah, I remember that.
And a big part of my argument in that was that the Sanderson sisters have a very kind of complex type of magic where it requires rituals and time and ingredients and things like that. And the Halloween Town witches, the Cromwells, aside from some of the stuff we see, most of it is like snap your fingers, you do whatever you want. Harry Potter is also kind of a very light form of magic. There's not really a whole lot you need to do. Aside, you just need to say words and then something happens. So that's pretty loose. But there is no looser magic than the Fairly Odd Parents.
They just turn into shit.
Oh, yes, that's another great point. Harry, so even if you wanted to turn into, like a dog or something in Harry Potter, you have to become an animagus, which is like a big government
Peter
process. Peter
Style.
Pettigrew, yeah. And I don't even know what it entails. Some kind of, probably a lot of like bullshit.
Sirius Black is a wolf.
Sirius Black, he's a dog.
He's a wolf.
No, he's a dog.
A black dog?
Yeah.
He's a...
They have black dogs.
He looks more wolfy to me.
Well, he's a big dog, but he is a dog. Who read the books multiple times?
Yeah, he is a dog. You're right, but he looks more wolfy.
Well, because he's big.
He's a very shaggy black.
Yeah,
wolf dog.
he's a Tim Allen shaggy dog.
He's a wolf.
That's just incorrect.
Yeah, because literally but hear me out though. I know he's referred to as a dog, but hear me out. In that movie, Prisoner of Azkaban, Snape, when he takes back over the class from
Lupin,
and they're talking about werewolves versus whatever they're called. What are they called?
Animagus.
Yeah, animaguses. He
Animagi.
says, like, you can, like, the thing about, like, a wolf person is you could be, like, an animagus, or you can be a werewolf, which is only triggered by the full moon. So that's why they're having that conversation right before that happens in front of their eyes. So that's why I guess I just assumed that he's wolf dog. Because aren't wolves kind of dogs? Aren't wolves and dogs like cousins?
All dogs are descended from wolves. That's true. Because what happened
So then I'm right. I am correct.
Well,
what happened was...
Well, we're not monkeys. You know what I mean? It's like that.
Yeah, but you saying that is making the claim that you know for a fact that we are descendants of
Sure,
primates.
But let's just say for argument's sake that we are. It would be the same situation as wolf to dog.
No.
Yeah, of course, Matthew.
Because you can have a wolf dog. That's a thing. You couldn't have a human monkey. There's no human monkeys running around.
I'll send you some photos.
No.
I saw this one monkey, Matthew, and it scared the crap out of me because
was his name Caesar?
No, I fucking hope not. Planet of the Apes. Some scary
all right,
shit.
back to the Who Would Win of the Week. Here's my thing. Cosmo and Wanda, you're right. They have a loose power to do virtually anything.
Mm-hmm.
But their powers are very lighthearted. You never see them do anything bad to people. Whereas in life or death situations, Harry Potter has the ability to use dark magic.
Right, he could kill someone.
And I don't know that Cosmo and Wanda have it in them to kill somebody. Or like even have the ability to perform, because even when they turn into animals or whatever, they have control over themselves. They're not like
werewolves.
Yeah, werewolves where you don't. Like they're like animaguses or whatever, like we're saying. So
Except so much
even if they were
easier than that.
Yeah. So even if they were able to turn into something bad,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, and I don't even know how bad they can go. But like for example, I think I've seen him turn into like a lion, Cosmo or something.
Right.
But even then, I don't think that he's gonna rip up Harry Potter limb from limb.
Well,
And also, Harry Potter could do a spell that turns Cosmo and Wanda from whatever they are back into Cosmo and Wanda.
I wonder if Cosmo and you know what I will say is that in Harry Potter they do teach classes about deflecting magic and stuff, blocking magic, protecting
Yeah.
yourself. I don't know that Cosmo and Wanda have the ability to block magic.
They
I've never
don't.
seen it.
I don't think they do.
I will also say that while Cosmo and Wanda, like I said, their style of magic is very loose, we do know for a fact that the whole fairy society is run by a very strict set of laws referred to as the rules. That big purple book,
Yeah.
remember that? So,
But don't they break the rules like all the time?
yes. So I think, look, my guess is that
But I also believe they do have a run-in with like an evil fairy at some point. In the
there
show,
are
don't they?
some there
Bad
are
fairies?
some evil. They're called like negative fairies or something like that.
But they are not. They are not bad fairies. Is the thing.
Right.
So here's what I'll say. Did you have another point?
Well, just my guess is that killing is probably against
The
the
rules.
rules. Yeah.
I would say it definitely is.
Yeah.
They are going to put up a fight because there's two of them,
And,
and
they
work
very,
in
they are
they
very
work
strong.
in they work in such a chaotic fashion
Right.
that it's Potter's. It's not going to be a tap in for Potter. But my number one argument to this, and it may sound a little cheesy, but if Voldemort can't kill Harry Potter, then Cosmo and Wanda can't kill Harry Potter.
Well, that's different.
It's not.
Because Harry Potter had the magic of love put on him by his mom that was specifically tailored against Voldemort. So,
But
also,
he was still powerful enough to fight Voldemort.
but here's the thing. In like wizard duels that we see, it's two people standing. Every single one is just two people standing in front of each other, pointing back and forth. Like you said, Cosmo and Wanda, they're whirlwind, man. And they're working in tandem. They're crazy.
So it's going to be crazy, and that's why I'm giving them a chance. But like you said, they have no ability to deflect magic. So Harry Potter can do a lot of just wrist flicking and chucking them back.
But he can't hit them both at the same time. And whoever he hits, the other one would be able to, I think, dispel whatever he just did.
Well,
to
I
the
don't
other
know
fairy.
if that's necessarily true in the sense that it depends on where they are. If they're coming at him from opposite sides, I suppose he couldn't do it at the same time. But I think that he could. I think that he could take both of them. And I still come down to the point is Cosmo and Wanda can make things appear, they can turn themselves into things.
Mm-hmm. They can create things,
Yeah.
right? They could certainly make a grand piano drop on top of Harry Potter. I mean, he might end up popping through it with a bunch of piano keys in his mouth like
Yeah.
teeth, but it
But
would
I think
would
that-
fall on him. And
See, but I think that that's where Harry Potter would use his magic. I don't think that Cosmo and Wanda would. Two things. One, I don't think that they would be able to themselves physically harm Harry Potter. They'd have to, like, they can't use a spell to do it. They'd have to create something to do it, like a falling piano, which
Or-
I think gives Harry Potter the opportunity to have to worry about them
Sure.
both buzzing around less than we think. He just has to focus on whatever they're sending his way.
But you know what? Not only can they turn into animals, they can conjure animals. So they could conjure a herd of rhinos.
Yeah,
if they
but
wanted
I
to.
think that I don't think that rhinos. I mean, Harry Potter. is in tune with stuff like that, though, like animals and stuff. You know what I mean?
What?
Not in tune, but you know, wizards and wizards and witches in general have the ability to kind of like feel energy through animals. Like, I think that a rhino wouldn't necessarily want to kill Harry Potter.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Not all the time.
I don't think so.
What about, like...
I know you're referencing Buckbeak, right?
That's one example.
That's different.
But...
Also, these are magical creatures.
But also, I think that... I don't know this... I think that Harry Potter could whoosh away a thing of rhinos. Like, not make them disappear, but, like...
redirect them?
Steer them going away from him with some type of force field wand, zippity doodah spell. Or he could
apparate, disappear?
Wingardium Leviosa them. He could
all the rhinos?
He could Wingardium Leviosa a pack of rhinos.
If you were to Wingardium Leviosa a pack of rhinos, that's all you'd be able to do for that day. That would take... You have any idea the kind of physical toll that takes on somebody?
I was going to say this, though, is that that's how the fairies work, too, though. I think that, yes, they have a limit to their like energy levels in which they can do magic. So I think the same goes for if they were to send a whole pack of rhinos at him. I think that would be them for the day. So I think given that, I think that Harry Potter... Yes.
No. That wouldn't take as much out of them.
Large cake, giant shake. That's a day's work right there.
But they do. But large cake, giant shake. Moose, glappa juice, Matthew.
No, but that's all over the course of time.
No, it's not. It happens in the intro.
Yeah.
It happens in the span of that time.
Everybody knows that unrealistic things happen during theme songs.
That is not a time jump situation. The Fairly Odd Parents theme song.
That's laying out an example of all the different things that they can do, not all the things they can do at once.
But they do them at once.
In the theme song, not in the show.
Yeah, they do. They do all. No. But that is really easy for them. The type of magic that, like, weighs on them is like. Well, I guess it would have to be. Dispelling a charm, which could be tough.
I don't think they can do that. They can't deflect magic. We had that conversation. So because they can't, whereas Harry Potter can, I think that gives them instant advantage. And Cosmo and Wanda themselves, again, wouldn't be able to harm Harry Potter. They would have to use other things to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that opens up a window for Harry Potter because he doesn't have to fight them as much as what they're throwing at him. So it makes it almost more of a like a fair fight, in my opinion. I just think that...
But let's say you're Harry Potter and you've got these two fairies in front of you, right? You are focusing on them no matter what they're conjuring, because I don't think they really understand each other because their types of magic are so different.
Yeah,
right?
They definitely don't understand
So
each
if
other.
you are Harry Potter and this is who you're fighting, that's who you're focusing on. That's what you're worried about. And I think it's very, very easy for Cosmo and Wanda to do all kinds of different distraction tactics. I think they'd be able to get Harry Potter pretty easily because even in deflecting charms, he can only deflect those one at a time. He's only got his wand. And we also know that wands are not invulnerable. His wand, several wands break throughout the Harry Potter series.
You would have to take... If you could take... But do Cosmo and Wanda, I don't think, have the ability... They'd have to, kind of create/conjure something to de-wand him. I don't think Cosmo and Wanda could de-wand him.
Oh, I think that's something they actually could do. Because they can, I think, defend themselves through like not defend themselves in the way of like, killing him, but they can defend themselves in the way of getting rid of his weapon for sure. That's way more passive. I think
the bottom
that's possible.
line for me, and this is something that we always talk about when we do the Who Would Win of the Weeks, is I don't think it's in Cosmo and Wanda's nature to go out there and kill Harry Potter, which a split second is all Harry Potter. A split second is all anybody needs. If somebody's gonna hezzy, and you jump on that hezzy, I mean, you're dead. Harry Potter is the most powerful wizard. He's Harry Potter. Not necessarily most powerful.
Not more powerful than Dumbledore.
Yeah. Have you seen that theory that like Hagrid would have been the most powerful wizard of all time, but he couldn't?
No, but that's sick.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense. But yeah,
I read a thing, and it was This is one. I mean, this is one of those ones where it's just a difference of opinion based on inference.
Right.
I'm gonna go with Harry Potter. I just think that he has such a darker side to him that he would be able to kind of, play with fire and kill them, whereas they would, toy around a little bit more, and it would give Harry Potter the opportunity to just Avada Kedavra or whatever. Both of their asses. What is it called?
Avada Kedavra.
Avada Kedavra. Nevada, Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas, them to death.
I'm gonna pick Cosmo and Wanda actually for this one. I think that
surprise.
Well, I think that because like you said, we do see them break the rules in times of great stress. And I think that especially if one of them gets in a really sticky situation where it looks like maybe Cosmo's life is on the line, right? I think something can kick into Wanda and she can take care of business. That and the fact that they can conjure anything, so many distractions against Harry Potter. I don't think he's got any way of defending everything that these guys can throw at him. It's Cosmo and Wanda.
I'd like to see it. Daniel Radcliffe, if you want to come out of the woodwork, he just turned 40, I'm pretty sure. That could be a myth. Maybe it was 30. He's old.
Well, when did the first movie come out?
2002.
And he was 11 when that came out.
So he's got to be 30 something. I don't know. Let's look it up. Was he really 11, though?
Yeah, he was. He actually was.
How old is Daniel Radcliffe?
He's got a show on TBS that's been going for like 32. 3 years.
Yeah, good. 32. Yeah, that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
If he was 11.
Yeah, it's all coming together. He's doing a press tour. Could happen. We could get him. Everybody DM Daniel Radcliffe. Tell him, hey, Daniel, come on the show, mate. I don't know what that was. I thought it was a little... I didn't really know what that was either.